Hello, my beautiful Pisces friends, and welcome to your horoscope for August of 2021, where this month, Pisces, it's actually really lovely. We're having another full moon in the energy of Aquarius at 29 degrees. Now, we had a full moon in July at 1 degree of Aquarius. So it's like this continued kind of conversation that's happening through your 12th house area. So I want you to go back right at the beginning of this forecast, Pisces, and think about in your 12th house, the place of things that are private, that are hidden. They walk between the worlds. We've got spiritual living happening here, secrets, projects we're working on behind the scenes. What's been happening in this area for you that you've been ending, acknowledging, or making an adjustment to in this particular area? Because we have a continued conversation blowing through here. And I think it's important and I think it's exciting. By the time we're coming to the end of the month and we get to actually experience this 29 degree, which is very important. It's a very important degree. By the time we're getting to experience that, I wouldn't be surprised at all, Pisces, if you're feeling a little bit more like you need some downtime. You need to plug in, you need to rest, you need to retreat, right? Maybe even it's just like hitting that reset button for you in some way, shape, or form. And it could be around social groups. The other thing I think of around this energy is that it could definitely be a timing too where you're doing something with spiritual grouping. So we'll talk a little bit more about that as we get there. But let's jump in here, Pisces, and see what's going on for you this month, okay? So right at the beginning of the month, we have a new moon happening at 16 degrees of Leo energy, which is going to light up your 6th house space. Now, under the new moon, we're planting our seeds of intention to begin something fresh, give some fresh energy, fresh direction around something. This is in your 6th house space. So, and it's Leo energy, which wants to express. And Leo really does say, I want it my way. So I would say in the areas of your health, your wellness, in your daily routine, what are you needing to speak up for or really advocate for yourself about? In your daily routine, in your fitness, in your wellness, in your diet, and how you eat, is there joy? Do you have a joyful routine in this area of your life? Now, on a whole other side of that same coin, this could be very work related. Do you have projects that have caught your attention recently? Have you caught the attention of someone else and they want to work with you, whether it's a coworker or a boss, or you do something freelance and you're having this energy, you want this fresh new start to come here. Mercury is still right here with this new moon, so you could be making decisions about projects, diet, routine, any of these day-to-day things that are absolutely a part of your world. Now, as we get to the 11th, we're going to see Mercury move into the energy of Virgo. So home court advantage, because Mercury rules Virgo energy. So it's very, very comfortable here. Now, this jumps up into your 7th house space, okay? This is a wonderful, wonderful energy for you to have conversation in your conscious, chosen, one-on-one relationships. And Virgo here is about discernment. It's about prioritizing. What do you need to prioritize, Pisces, in your conscious, chosen one-on-one relationships to make sure they are as healthy as they can be, the very best that relationship is available for you to have in your life? Virgo wants it to be the most healthy, the very best, the most perfect that it can absolutely be. And sometimes our relationships feel like they're on edge, or they lack this sacred perfection of imperfection because we're not Mercurying, we're not communicating, we're not actually making the decisions that need to be made here. But you also see that Mercury is traveling still in the space of both Mars and Venus being in this energy as well. So it could be a really nice space for putting any kind of healing conversations, whether it's a business relationship, romance, friendship, you with yourself and your body, back into some kind of nice workable shape here, okay? On the 16th, we see Venus move into the energy of Libra. Again, some more home court advantage because Venus rules that Libra energy. But Venus entering into the 8th house space, the first thing I think of is that Venus likes to bring relationships to the table. So something pretty heavy, something pretty serious, something pretty committed around an intimate relationship, but also maybe something really nice nicely financial. Venus likes that money. She does like money, okay? And Venus is an attracting energy. So you're attracting in these relationships. You're attracting in these collaborations. You're attracting in this money. You're attracting in this intimacy. And in the energy of Libra, it would come from some kind of partnership, being really nice, really delicious, and just a lush kind of energy as Venus is traveling here. If you did need to do some healing, Pisces, over romantic relationships or over something financial in this 8th house as well, I think that Venus really acts as a helper to not only help you do the work, but soften the blow of seeing your part and seeing the part that you've got to detox in order to have this particular area be as healthy as it can be, to have this partnership be as really rich and forgiven and have life to it as is possible to be, okay? On the 19th, Uranus is going to step into its retrograde down here in the 3rd house. Now, as Uranus came into the energy of Taurus, we start to have these experiences in a very external way, where it feels like the outer world is turning up the volume and it's testing to see if your insides can handle it, right? Do you have the actions, attitudes, and behaviors and beliefs that are allowing you to be free enough on the inside to navigate with autonomy and freedom against what is happening externally? So here in your 3rd house, this has been a lot about conversation. It's been a lot about your thinking, a lot about your communication, studying, writing that book, networking, connections, decisions that need to be made about the house, things with the house, buying and selling a house, going on a trip, what's going on with the car, any of these kinds of things, siblings, neighbors, neighborhoods, these all fall into the areas that Uranus has really been shaken up. And I wouldn't be surprised, Pisces, in any one of those areas, if you've been feeling yourself move and act and desire to have something really different. You know, do you want a really different kind of car? Or are you like, forget it, I'm not going to work anymore, I'm not driving to work anymore, I want to travel by bus. Oh my gosh, I'm ready to just sit down and write that book, I got to sell this house, right? Like, what's happened for you that Uranus brought that sense of instability in, and now it's starting to settle? As Uranus retrogrades here, instead of having more of that come to the table, instead this is an opportunity to assimilate everything you've seen, everything that you've been shown, that those behaviors, this pattern is not serving you. And now you get to go back over it, but making the changes in this 3rd house area, instead of being driven by external pressure, they come from an internal place, Pisces. You're motivated. You want the freedom of communication. You want the freedom of all of the gems and the gold that's down there when you dig through the earth. You want to be financially, communication, mentally free in this area, but you're motivated from the inside out to go after that and attain that freedom. So it's really a lovely energy. Now, on the 22nd, we're going to have this full moon happening at that 29 degrees of Aquarius. 29 degrees is a critical degree. It's important. It's vibrating. This planet, this energy is vibrating at full strength and full power. It is potent. So I'm telling you, in your 12th house area, as you're having this moon, which can bring all of these lunar qualities to the table, if you just need a break from the Aquarius, the people, the social medias, the zone of the tribe, if you need a break, take it. If you need to recharge for a little bit, go within self-imposed isolation for a limited amount of time. Do what you need to do to make sure that you're reconciling everything that's happened for you over the last 60, 60, 90 days. But also, because this is Aquarian energy in the 12th house, it makes me wonder, are you working on some kind of spiritual retreat with a group? Are you doing something online? My God, we're doing everything virtually right now. Are you doing a virtual retreat? And this is also going to play later down the road for you into helping your name rise into some kind of recognition. So whatever the moon brings up for you, remember the idea here is to shift end, acknowledge, or adjust what needs to come out and be put on the table. Also on the 22nd, we see the sun move into the energy of Virgo, bringing light, heat, life, and vitality to that 7th house. So now you are very motivated around relationships, very motivated around relationships, whether they are those business partnerships, they are those romantic relationships. Hell, I don't know. It's mercurial energy. Do you have a real estate agent that you are connecting with? Whatever it is, you are motivated and you will see busyness happening around these relationships. And as we close out the month, we see Mercury move into the energy of Libra. Again, this is more relationshiping. There's heavy networking, heavy relationship decision-making happening here. And really that space of the Uranus retrograde, I think, is helping you rethink your thoughts, communicate in a different way, right? You've gone to ground with some of this moon energy to come back home to Pisces to see what's true and what's real for you. Where's your tribe? And so now as you're making decisions in relationships with Mercury showing up here, I think you're a lot clearer on why you do or do not want to connect in certain relationships, in certain groups. Certainly in your romantic relationships, this is phenomenal because it brings great conversation to the table. It is a transit that I think, first of all, is the beginning. It is a jumping off point to have conversations deeply in your relationships or make decisions or investments, because Mercury will be in Libra all the way until November, because it does need to retrograde here as well. So this is just the beginning part of what's going on in the conversation in the 8th house, Pisces. We're going to see this all the way until we close out this particular year. So nothing's in a rush, but take note of what's coming to your table at this particular time, okay? All right, my beautiful Pisces friends, I hope you have a gorgeous month. Like this video, comment, share, subscribe. Please make sure that you are also looking at the general forecast information against your own chart. And if you don't have your own chart, you can go to astro.com, pull one for free. You can also come and get one from me or any other astrologer that you love and you're practicing with, okay? All right, my beautiful friends, I love you so much to the moon and back, and I look forward to seeing you next month. Bye, my friends.